Welcome to the pre-launch phase of AlphaLoop. So we're going to talk very quickly about who AlphaLoop is and what we do. We have quite a bit of videos now that we're starting to make available to you to better understand what we are. But we are disrupting. We are a company with a mission of disrupting first direct sales and then disrupting some certain segments of the mobile industry. Disruption is a word you really want to become familiar with. If you're in the Silicon Valley or any place around the technical hubs of the country or the world even, this is a word that's used all the time because this is the mission of many new companies. And basically, disruption means, you find a brand new way of doing something that's a leap beyond the way people are currently doing it, but have that happen around something that people are already familiar with, where there's proven demand. And examples we like to give of disruption is we all saw Netflix come along and disrupt Blockbuster, right? Blockbuster was the 800-pound gorilla. Along comes this new high-speed digital company that had a better method of delivering that content, right? Movies being the content in this case. And they completely disrupted that industry and basically put Blockbuster out of business. We all saw the same thing happen when the iPods disrupted the Walkman. If many of you if you have some 20-year-olds, we get quite a bit of young people tuning into what we do because mobile apps are very much up their alley. But many of you may not even know what a Walkman is. But a Walkman was a portable cassette player. We saw what happened when digital music players hit the scene and disrupted portable music. It basically did two things. It marked the end of that industry of Walkmans, but it also set the course for one of those companies, one of those disruptive companies, to go on to build on that disruption and to go on to become one of the most valuable and revered companies in the world, and that's Apple. They had momentum with computers and laptops and things, but the music and the massive adoption of those iPods and the music and then iTunes and then subsequent following that, the phones that leveraged that, that just started them down a path that was unstoppable. Great example of disruption. We also saw an example of how products in one industry can disrupt products in a different industry. And the best example we like to use, because most of us experienced it, is mobile phones disrupted cameras. First, digital cameras disrupted film cameras, and then mobile phones disrupted digital cameras, right? Because even though digital cameras are still on the market, most people now just carry their phones. They go on vacation, they carry their phones. All their pictures are on their phones. That's a great example of one product in one industry completely disrupting products in a different industry. And another example of information being disrupted is email versus the post office. We saw the email explode over the last decade and a half, and it's pretty much got the post office back against the ropes, fending for survival. In fact, we don't know if the post office is going to ultimately survive in the current way that it operates. Because so many more things are going digital than they are going paper. So those are examples of disruption. It's basically a big leap forward in the way that something is currently done. The thing we'd like to point out, though, is that disruptive companies don't have to invent the product they're delivering, right? Netflix did not invent movies. iPod or Apple did not invent music. The cameras and phones didn't invent photos, and email app products didn't invent personal messaging. What they did was take a good delivery mechanism and make it great. Well, that's what we do as AlphaLoop. So AlphaLoop is a company that's in the business of providing mobile apps both to small businesses as well as to individuals. The exciting thing about that is that information, the number one place that people go for information now is on the internet, but the number one way they do that is through a mobile device. Here's the thing, though, if you're taking notes or paying attention. The first step in the modern buying decision in 2014, the first step in a modern buying decision, whether you're buying yogurt or a yacht, it doesn't matter, is to get more information. Get more information on the source, get more information on location, get more information on competitors, get more information on ingredients, what makes it up, get more information on people that use it, just get more information. And there are two primary paths that people go for more information. People they know and the internet. But here's the thing. Both of those primary two things that people do they do through a mobile device. If they want to get to people they know, they do it through a mobile device. They either call them or text them or connect to them through a social media that they're now accessing mostly through a mobile device. And if it's going for information on the internet, they're doing it through a mobile device. So all roads lead to mobile, and we are right on the front of that industry. So the mobile industry itself is highly disruptive, right? The mobile industry itself is forcing all other industries to change. So we have a company in place that's designed to take full advantage of that. So what do we do specifically? Well, what we do specifically is we allow our people that want to join our business as an independent business owner, as an independent rep, a 1099. We do all the stuff that you won't really want to do to get in business, like, all the back office operations and website hosting and all that stuff. That's our part of the equation. And we equipped you, though, to go to the marketplace and let the world know that you are a source of mobile apps for them. If it's a small business, you can help that small business being a restaurant, a spa, car dealership, lawyer, church. If there are 200 employees or less, we're in the sweet spot for what we offer. So there are tens of thousands of businesses around where you're sitting down right now watching this broadcast. Within 15 miles of you, there are probably 5,000 to 10,000 businesses of 200 employees or less that have not figured out what to do to make their business more mobile friendly. That's one of the markets we allow you to go into. And we create their mobile app. So we would create the mobile app for that restaurant, and they pay us to build it, and they pay us a monthly fee for access to it. You're compensated on all of that. You're going to get to pay and compensation a little bit later. But that's one market we let you go into. The other market we equip you to go into are everyday people, regular consumers. And we are building a portfolio of apps that serve that consumer market. Remember, the point we wanted to make about disruption is you do not have to invent something completely brand new to dominate in the market or to build a huge market presence. You can also, another path to building a market presence is a better delivery model, right? So regardless of what product type we want to bring to market, we will bring it to market as a mobile app. AlphaLoop is a mobile app brand. We bring to market mobile apps. So what that allows us to do is to literally pick any product type or category type we want and have products that we bring to market. For example, if we wanted to be in wellness or health or fitness, we could do so. If we wanted to be in weight loss, we could do so. Beauty, we could do so. Home goods, we could do so. The difference between us and the 5,000 other direct sales companies out there is that we do not lead with the actual specific product. So we don't lead with a jar of face cream. We don't lead with a bottle of diet pills. We don't lead with a box of vitamins. We lead with a mobile app. Now, what that mobile app provides is what many companies now are trying to create. And what they're trying to create is an experience around the product purchase decision. Google calls it ZMOT, the zero moment of truth, ZMOT. You can just search that in Google. You get white papers all over the place. And basically the point they're making is that the buyer has completely changed now in the modern world, and they need to have multiple points of information to make a buying decision. And the challenge of business is to bring those multiple points of information into the same location or into the closest they can into the same moment, if you will. A mobile app allows us to do that. So in a really easy example, if we're bringing to market a diet product, we would introduce a mobile app that's branded around losing weight, and inside of that mobile app would be lots of relevant and valuable information around the mission of losing weight, including the ability to buy weight loss products. So that's the difference between us and other direct sales companies. But here's what makes that model so radically different and so disruptive. Because we do that, when we focus on a particular market, when we introduce a product to market, we by nature of that product, right, because of what that particular app is about. So if we make the app about fitness or beauty, because we know what the app is about, we know what to make other related products and services about that will relate to that same group, right? So, and we can make those products available inside of that same mobile app even after they purchase the app. So let's just say tomorrow you go out and you introduce somebody that's trying to lose 10 pounds to this weight loss app, and they get this weight loss app, and inside of this weight loss app they have diets, and they have cookbooks ideas, and they have support elements, and they have motivational things, and they have the way for people to die, unique diet pills or diet products, nutritional supplements. And then, 6 months from now, Dr. Oz or somebody that's really influential comes out, and they have this brand new method of product or ingredient or weight loss or some other valuable thing that fits with weight loss. We can, in real time, add that into the apps, right? So even the apps that are already in the marketplace. The advantage of an AlphaLoop rep over a rep of another direct sales company is that one product becomes multiple streams of income, right? Because the app is the product. You take one app, you introduce it to the market, and then there are multiple streams of income possibilities within that one app. They can buy other products, other services, premium products, premium services, and that list of possibility is endless. We can continue to add things over time. If the market changes, so can the content in the app, but you never have to go back to the customer and have them replace that app with a new app to have new content. That's a brand new way of looking at the distribution model of direct sales. Now remember, we're going to do a lot of review. A lot of companies, a lot of iconic companies like Apple and the companies we talked about that did all disruption, the key to their success was not inventing a new product, but was taking a good delivery model and making it better, going from good to great. So that's exactly what we're able to do. But wait, it gets better, right? So now that you understand, we can have one app or one product from AlphaLoop can have multiple streams of income, and that's going to really excite you when we talk about compensation. Here's another thing that we can do that other companies can't do. This is another thing that makes the AlphaLoop model so different. Because the product we bring to market is a mobile app, we can actually target those mobile apps to demographics, right? What we mean by demographics is we can, if instead of just marketing a diet product to the whole world the same way, we could have one app that markets a diet product to women over 50, another one that markets a different app that markets to men over 50, a different app that markets to teenagers, a different app that markets to families, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we can actually take one solution, in this case, the example we're talking about, the solution is effective weight loss, and we can have dozens and dozens of products all around that same weight loss solution. Why is that important to you? Because the more specific you can make the product, that experience we talked about, that ZMOD experience, right? The more specific you can make that, the easier it is to get people interested, the more they're going to pay attention, and the more they're going to adopt your solution. Let me ask you a question. Let's just suppose that you are a woman over 50 and you live on the West Coast. And somebody came to you generically and said, and your goal was to lose 20 pounds. And somebody came to you and said, hey, have you heard about this new way to lose 20 pounds? And somebody else came to you and said, hey, have you heard about this new company that focuses on women over 50 that live on the West Coast? They have a specific solution for the people that fit that type. And if you are that type, you're going to listen to them more. So that's the power of being able to demographically target our solutions. It makes compared to the way we do it, is like we help you find the needles in the haystack, right? In fact, what's happening is the opposite. We make the needles sing out. We make the people find it, right? Because the language is so specific to who they are, they're attracted to it. So we're doing some things that are radically different. I just want you to understand how our products are different. Here's another thing that we also understand that's very important, and you need to understand this before I talk about compensation. One of the things we're really big and excited about is our understanding of the importance of networks. Not just using one big network like Facebook or LinkedIn, but our company philosophy, and it's an emerging industry. This is a brand new an industry that is coming out of everybody being educated by the big social networks. Now people realize how practical it is to be in social networks, how valuable it can be, how meaningful it can be to share in that environment. The problem is, because of the way we were introduced to those big networks, and it was this big mass push to get everybody to friend everybody, We have, 500 friends, 50 friends, 5,000 friends, but they're something other than actual friends. So now what people are starting to realize is there's a unique need for you to communicate privately and only with different groups in your life, whether it be your family, your boot camp crew, your club that you work out with in the morning, your study group, the people you fellowship with at church, your BFFs from college. This list goes on and on. We call these small worlds, or we call these personal loops. So we believe that people go in and out of these different personal loops, and inside of any loop, everything is different. The language could be different. What's valuable is different. The subjects that you talk about is different, on and on. So a lot of our products and services that we're bringing to market are designed to take advantage of this idea of small worlds. Let me give you a very quick example before we jump into compensation plan. One of the first markets we're focusing on are these private communities built inside of private apps that we're going to introduce to families. We've already tested this out and it was a big success. So, basically your family, if you're like, let's just say you're John Jones. If your name is John Jones and you want to roll out a family, you can buy a private family app for your entire Jones family. Not just the nuclear family, husband, wife, and dogs, kids, but the entire family, all around, kids, aunts and uncles, and people from all around the world. You can send out your private link to download your private mobile app, and once they log into your private mobile app, they're in a private, unique social environment like Facebook. So people can share and communicate and post and share videos and what's on their mind and all of these things. The difference, though, is this idea of small worlds, because inside the small world of your family, there are definitely things that you only want to share there that only have meaning there. But the bigger reason we're doing this, and the reason we're so excited about it, that we think we're serving mankind, basically, are we serving the family unit, is that because this is a great way for families not only to get together and get to know each other, but over time it will become the most comprehensive documentation of your family's experience, your family tree, your family story. So you see a lot of these companies out there now, you see TV commercials all over the place about family trees and heritage and where you come from, and I forgot the name of some of these sites, but you see them all over there. They're popping up, and the reason why so many companies you see advertising and some of these companies are coming out of the woodworks is because there's a huge interest now because of this whole new awareness of how people are connected. People are trying to reconstruct where they come from, reconstruct their family history, reconstruct, what their great parents came from, etc. So we think that by providing this platform to do it in privately is going to start to give them a way to change moving forward how their family story is written. And we think the light bulb of value is going to really go off when you have one of these apps in place long enough for people to start no longer, to leave us on earth, right, to pass away. And then in your family app is a chronicle of them actually participating and making comments and posts and videos. And 5 years from now to even be more valuable than it is now, 10 years from now to be even more valuable. Imagine how valuable this would be 20, 30, 40 years from now, when you could go all the way back to 2014 and see what it was like to those old timers in your family, 2 or 3 generations, go where people just started to chronicle your family tree. So we're excited about that. That product is very inexpensive. That's just one of many products we're bringing to market. But hey, really quickly, let me jump over and talk about compensation really quick. What we've done is we've adopted the most aggressive pay structures that we've been able to find, sustainable pay structures in businesses, and that's the direct selling industry. I'm not sure how much you're educated on direct sales, but direct sales are companies that leverage other people into the business distribution. So we know that, in most businesses, a large percentage of their product cost is in 3 places, really. One is in product development, okay? But after you develop a product, the next 2 big places that generate an enormous amount of cost that ends up in the price of the product is distribution, getting the product from where you make it all the way to market, and advertising, which is kind of the things that fuels all the distribution, right? It makes you aware to go get it. But the 80% of costs in many products are in the distribution of that product. So what direct sales is, pretty simply stated, is a different distribution model where we use people and their networks. It's easy for you to understand networks now because we live in the age of social business and social networks. But this was a 30-year-old industry, a 30-year-old model where some people way back then realized, well, it's easier and less expensive and more effective to take the money that you would pay from normal distribution, regional warehouses to local warehouses to micro warehouses to retail stores, and take that money and just pay it directly to the people that connect you with the customer. That's what direct sales is. It's just realigning where that money gets spent. On top of that, then they say, you know what? If we could, instead of spending the millions and millions of dollars to advertising agencies to bring awareness of the product, what if we took that money and just compensated people, paid people to be the spokesperson for us on our behalf, to talk to people they know about us, or talk to people that they can reach or touch or even market themselves. Why don't we just put the money there? That's direct sales. So we've taken that same model. What we've done is we have a very aggressive compensation plan that's built around two fundamental criteria: cash flow and leverage. Cash flow means money right now, so that you can roll it back into your livelihood, roll it back into your business if you want, and leverage, which means that we have systematically separate your effort from your income so that you can walk away from your business but not ever have to walk away from the income that it generates. So at the core of our compensation plan is a unit level. If none of this means anything to you, don't worry about it. But we have a lot of professionals and seasoned leaders that are plugging in, that are hearing about what we're doing, and they want to know some of the basics. So I'm going to just take about 5 minutes or so and jump through some things that they would probably be glad to know that we have in place. Like, for example, the foundation of our compensation plan is the most revered structure in network marketing for long-term, consistent payout, and that's a unit level. So we have a unit level that we pay 7 levels down on. We have 11 different promotion ranks that you can earn your way through. It's all based on volume. We have not even halfway through the compensation plan, right at $5,000 in group volume, we have check matching. For those of you know who does that with us, 20% check matching. So if somebody that you help mentor and develop, if they made $100 with us this month, your check matching bonus for them being in your organization would be $20. If they made 1,000, yours would be 200. If they made 10,000, yours would be 2,000, etc. We have a front-end coded bonus plan, very, very aggressive, and pay out 4 different levels. We actually have a way for you to earn your way through that doing free pre-launch, by the way. I hope I don't forget that. We also have, on top of the matrix payout, a multi-level payout on retail sales based upon, people you bring in and people they bring in. It's all about leverage. So a lot of the things we talk about are about extreme leverage. Even our products are leveraged because we are a software as a service company. So we're the modern version of a consumable. If you do any research out there, the experts are going to tell you that you need to find a product that has a consumable product. And what they mean by that is something that people use up every month and come back and use up every month and come back and use up. And the idea is that ensures that you will have a long-term, persistent customer base. Well, the modern version of that is software as a service, SaaS, if you want to look that up. That's the modern version of service software delivery, and it's the exact same thing. They pay for all of our products and service on a monthly basis. The best analogy I can give you is utilities. Just like people pay a monthly water bill, light bill, people are now starting to pay service bills. You're going to see more and more and more of that. All of our products fit that model, so they pay us monthly for our access to all of our products and services. We have generational bonuses that allow you to get paid below your 7th level. We have a very comprehensive compensation plan in place. I just wanted to let you know kind of the general structure of that, and also to let you know that there are some serious aggressive bonus percentages that we pay out. So that's a little bit on our compensation plan. I just want to touch a little bit more on the tools we provide you with. So outside of mobile apps and using mobile apps to market and promote yourself as an AlphaLoop rep, we also have spent a very long time building very world-class marketing tools and systems. So some of you are more sophisticated than others, and some of you are going to take a very internet-centric focus on marketing your business. And we understand and we openly tell you that to be successful in marketing on the internet, you will need to use something more than a company's replicated site and banners to post on Facebook. Anybody that tells you that is being naive, or they just don't want you to understand the complexities of real-world marketing in 2014. We take the other vote, the truthful vote, the transparent vote, and tell you that no, you have to do a multiple of things. And we have a tool called Office Pro we've been developing and evolving over the last 3 years, optimizing it based upon the 80 percentile of most of the things you need to be actually successful in marketing, like email marketing, automatic follow-up, leveraging video in that effort, video email, the ability to the ability to manage multiple lists or multiple contact lists, the ability to leverage video marketing in your marketing effort with reports on usage and stats and et cetera. We also allow you to push points of purchase and calls to actions forward. So, we have forms that captures people information that drives business rules that you can set up, PayPal integration. We even allow you to host squeeze pages, replicate, or your own hosted websites or full-blown websites in the service. It makes sense to host that in our marketing platform so you can take advantage of video marketing, consolidated reporting. Again, if this is going over your head, consider that good news, because you will get more and more educated on that through osmosis just by being involved with us. This is a non-technical business opportunity, but for those of you that are so inclined to learn some of these things and these tools and how they work, it's going to be no better way to learn than to learn while you earn, by being with a high-speed digital company that has these tools built in. Don't forget we have mobile apps, and that is our focus as AlphaLoop. And we can't say how critical it is to understand that the world is centralized around this idea of bringing mobile apps to market. So we're one company that allows you to do that. So we're very excited about where we are as a company. If you're getting this information, you're getting it early, which means you're in the loop, so to speak.
Please get back to the person that referred you to this video for more detailed information.